The famous inventor Tesla predicted this magical device in wireless communications many years ago. However, I doubt that he could have seen how things would actually play out in real life. I mean, let's face it, we have access to so much powerful information, including lots of cool conspiracy theories, but the majority of us just prefer to sell our soul on social media while shadowy entities harvest our data for profit. Welcome to Clown World. So what is this thing even good for if I'm not autistically fed posting at 2 a.m. or as a male who now identifies as a woman literally crying on social media because the TSA agent punched me in the nuts? Well, yeah, that's a good question, but even apart from that, won't a solar flare or EMP hit the world, drive us back to the Stone Age, and render these devices completely worthless? Well, sure, maybe. That can happen. But until that happens, I prefer to safeguard my electronics, keep the communications flowing, and leverage the awesome power of these devices as a tool for survival. So first, let's talk about the big threat out there to devices like this, and that is an EMP. Natural or man-made, either way, the resulting electrical storm is so bad it renders these devices useless and really just a nice, very expensive paperweight. Now, when I first learned about EMPs, I thought it would be so bad that it would rewind the clock back to the Stone Age, and there wasn't any reason to really do much about protecting and safeguarding these devices, because if an EMP hit, it wouldn't matter anyways because the entire world would be completely offline. But as I studied a little bit more about EMPs, I understood that unless it's literally an extinction level event, such as a nuclear weapon being set off in like the atmosphere 4 miles high, the event is going to be more localized. It's not going to be global and probably not even nationwide. So keeping that in mind, it started to make good sense to maybe safeguard these devices a little bit. The process to keep these devices safe in the event of an EMP is actually quite simple and straightforward. So the first and most important move is to store this device in some sort of sealable dry bag that is going to protect the device from dirt, grime, and water, which is a huge enemy of electronics. And if that's an anti-static bag, even better. I just happened to double up on my layers of protection, and I put my devices in this EMP bag, which then goes in the big EMP bag that you see right here. And yeah, I know it doesn't look like much. It's just a black bag, but inside is where the magic happens. There is a lining of copper mesh that blocks any incoming signals. When an electromagnetic field encounters this cage, it's conducted around the objects inside instead of through them. For example, if I got hit by lightning right now, but I was inside a Faraday cage, I would be perfectly fine because the energy would be diverted around me instead of through me. So blocking signals is obviously great to protect this device from an EMP, but even more so, if I need to go dark or go invisible, I just drop this in the bag and suddenly the device literally disappears and I'm invisible. But let me ask you a question. Wouldn't it be nice if you could be invisible while you're actually using this device? Well, yeah, of course it would be. And I have the solution for you. The sponsor of this show, ExpressVPN, is the way to get it done. So right now, if you're not using a VPN, a virtual private network, you're basically living in a glass house naked. Everything is exposed. But when you're using ExpressVPN, all those precious ones and zeros are encrypted and secure, and nobody can intercept or see your data. Not cyber criminals, not Big Brother, not anybody, which is exactly the way we want it. Because when you activate ExpressVPN, privacy is activated. Not even your ISP can see your data, which, by the way, they gladly sell to ad companies freely as long as you let them. Kind of scary, but actually 100% legal. And now here's an added bonus. ExpressVPN lets you choose from 94 different countries to appear from. So let's say I want to watch a show on UK Netflix. Well, just like that, I'm British. So those are just a few reasons why I use ExpressVPN. And today, when you use my link, you can get your first 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. And guess what? Added bonus, you get to support your favorite YouTube survivalist. Now let's have a look at the rest of the kit. We got the obnoxious green bag full of stuff. The 3 most common cables I use, including this handy cable for charging the Baofeng. You gotta have one of these. Of course, we need a battery pack. Check. Got a USB drive full of important survival docs and personal files. Check. USB to lightning adapter. Check. And then finally, we have a flat pack wall plug. And then when all else fails, I employ the most important tool in my digital survival kit. Yeah, good luck tracking me now. So what goes in your digital survival kit? Or do you not care? Do you just ditch the modern world, head off to your cabin and party like it's 1800? Which sounds nice, but not really practical for most of us. As much as I consider myself to be a little bit of a Luddite and anti-tech, I'm not going to be able to dismantle this high-tech world anytime soon. If anything, we're accelerating towards more technology and more singularity. So the best thing I can do is limit my footprint, choose to be outside more and inside less, and still flex the awesome capacity of devices like the smartphone or the Baofeng radio. Because why wouldn't I? I can have software on here such as AllTrails, secure chat apps, and related software that turn this into a legit survival tool. So I guess the message here is be safe, protect your devices, leverage the awesome capacity of these devices, the smartphone, the Baofeng radio, and whatever else you might use out there, and enjoy it while it lasts. As we speak, AIs are busy data mining and building up a new population of digital versions of every human on Earth. Once the AI is finished, nuclear war commences, and the AI will pulverize and crush all human resistance. But that's fine because you'll be in the metaverse or whatever digital realm they cook up and you won't know the difference. And who's to say that hasn't happened already? Hey, are you still watching? Awesome, because I'm about to share with you a list of software that I use on my phone and some tips and tricks for programming your Baofeng radio. So hang around to check that out. Any products that I have talked about, including ExpressVPN, are down there in the pinned post and the description. Go scope it out. If you like it, buy it. And when you do, you support the channel and my efforts. I greatly appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.